Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is episode number 60. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal contains 5-member and 6-member system. The double bond on the fused carbons. Here you are using N-bromosuccinimide, water and base and BF3. Here they ask you to find the products. The products are mostly alcohol, ketone or conjugated alcohol become a ketone. Here ring size also somehow differs, whether the ring contraction occurs or just a substitution reaction. Here you have to understand that the selectivity versus reaction is the real question. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal contains alkene. You are using N-bromosuccinimide. N-bromosuccinimide is the brominating agent. It supplies the bromine. Then you have bromine. The bromine addition is syn addition, meaning both bromines are above the plane. Then you are using the water. It's kind of SN2 reaction, hence the attack is from the back side. So Br is above mean OH is below. So ring open, OH attacks backside, that's why OH is below. Then Br and OH is trans, so you should expect there will be the epoxide formation. The epoxide formed below. Next step you are using the BF3. BF3 weaken the epoxide. Epoxide is very vulnerable because it's a strained 3-member ring. So ring open. So what really happened is trans group attack and the ring is open. So the ring contraction happened there. So the ring contracted, both sides will be 5-member. Then you have the cation. Cation is quenched as the ketone. BF3 leaves, ketone formation will be there. So the answer is clearly D. Here you have to know few important things. One is bromination. The bromine addition to the double bond is syn addition. That's why the both bonds are above here. Then epoxide formation by anti groups, which is bromine and OH. Then the ring contraction happen if there is a perfect transfusion for ring opening. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is a linear system with double bond and triple bond and 2 ester groups are there. Then you are using the ruthenium catalyst with phosphine and chlorine ligand. Next step you are using the alkene with diacetate groups. They ask you to find the products. Here 4 products are given. 4 products are the position of CO80 and stereochemistry of them is important. Then ring closure also occurs. Then the fate of the double bond and triple bond also in the real question. Here you have to understand from the reaction and reagents. The special reagent definitely involved, it's a ruthenium reagent, and definitely cyclization is occurred there. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting metal you have alkene and alkyne, you are using the ruthenium catalyst. It is called Grubbs catalyst. It can be used for many reactions. Here it is called enine metathesis, meaning the carbon-carbon direct link formation will be there. So what really happens is green carbon bonds and blue carbon bonds there. So 5-member ring established on allyl chain on the side wing. Then if you understand perfectly, it is a diene. Next step you are using the dienophile, which is COET. So you might expect 4 plus 2 cycle addition. So 4 plus 2 cycle addition will be there. It's a syn addition always. Syn addition means both group are in same plane. It can be above or below the plane. Here by the answer I have shown it is on the below the plane. Here I want to say the important point, which is many functional groups are involved in always end up with cyclic compound. Why? Because cyclic compound is more stable than linear chain. Here you have to learn 2 things. One is Krebs catalyst. It's a ruthenium based catalyst and it's enine metathesis. Enine metathesis form direct carbon-carbon bond and transport of carbons. Next thing is whenever you have diene and alkene, you might expect it's a 4 plus 2 cycle addition. Then the question number 3. The starting metal is pyridine attached with side chain which contain the diether kind of architecture. Oxygens are placed alternatively. You are using the butyl lithium and iodochloroethane. They ask you to find the products. Products are mostly halogenated, whether chlorine is attached there, iodine is attached there. The position of chlorine is differ, which is 2 and 3, as well as iodine also placed in 2 and 3. So you have to judge the product chlorine or iodine attached, where it is attached. So from the question you have to understand there is a many possibilities where and which halogenation happen in the reaction. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you have side chain with oxygen containing groups. You are using the butyl lithium. This is a very important and new concept. It is called directed orthometallation, meaning the guided removal of proton from the ortho position by the guidance of oxygen there. Oxygen load pair donate and stabilize the lithium. Hence the ortholithiation is favorable here. New stable 6-member ring formation is there. Next step you are using iodochloroethane. Here you have to find which halogen will be reacting faster. Among the halide, the reactivity of iodine will be higher, next to bromine, next to chlorine, then least fluorine. So iodine replaces the lithium. So you got the iodination at the 4th position. You have the elimination of ethene and chlorine. Here you have to learn two things. One is directed metallation. Directed methylation is stabilized 6-member bond formation at ortho position. That's why ortholithiation occurs there. Second thing is halide reactivity. If you have many halogen, you have to imagine the reactivity among halogen. Here, iodine is more reactive than bromine, than chlorine, least fluorine. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is a heterocyclic 6-member ring, kind of a glucose system. Then you have acylation in all the hydroxy groups. So you have all groups acylated. You are using the BBr3, water and zinc acetic acid, NaS and CH3OH. Here the products are given. Products are mostly iodinated and position of iodination is the real question there. And some places OCH3 also replaced in the product. So you have to find the product accordingly. From the question you have to understand that which OH group reacts and the role of reagents. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal is a 6-member system. You have one oxygen in the hetero ring. So what really happens is the acetate near the oxygen will be removed due to the neighboring group participation. So oxygen donates its lone pair of electron, removal of acetate will be there. So acetate will be removed, alkene will be there. Next step you are using the bromination. So bromination, what really happens is the bromine replaces the acetate in that position. So Br attached there. Here bromine favorably attacks on the trans position. So the attack is an axial attack. Then the next step here is the zinc and acetic acid. So reductive elimination occurs there. So bromine and ACO removed there. You have double bond again. Next step here is the nickel. Na means it's an analog of NBS, N-bromosuccinimide. It's N-iodosuccinimide. So iodine bridged there. It's like epoxide. Next step here is the ethyl alcohol. So the ring will be open accordingly. So the trans ring will be open. But the real question is where the methyl group attacks, the first carbon or second carbon. The attack will be favorably on first carbon because there is no crowding since oxygen is the planar, doesn't have any hydrogen. So oxygen side is steric free. So OCH3 attacks on the one carbon. Here you have to learn few things. One is neighboring group participation. If you have lone pair system near the leaving group, it promotes the elimination. The next thing is attack of the halogen is always an axial in this kind of system. Whenever you are in the position for the attack, you have to find the sterically less hindered position. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is cycloalkane attached with alkene on the side chain. Here you are using selenium dioxide and excess of peroxide you are using. Next step you are using the PCC. Here they ask you to find the product. The products are mostly aldehate formation or acid formation or double bond gets saturated and open, whether the simple CHO addition or CO addition. Here you have to understand the special reagents are involved and the selective oxidation occurs there. The answer is A. Let us see how. This reaction will be a little bit confusing, but if you know the basics, it will be easy. First step is selenium dioxide addition. It's a allylic oxidation. So selenium dioxide is a special reagent, only oxidize the allylic question. So the hydrogen become OH in the allylic question. Next step, again the selenium dioxide is available. So what really happened is it forms the special state with that oxygen. So again the 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement will be happened. Here we are discussing the possibility and the availability of the product. So here selenium dioxide is available, it's excess, so it can attack again the OH. So selenium dioxide attacks and the valency compensated by peroxide there. Then you have 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement, bond moves, you have end alcohol there. So the alcohol will be formed there. Next step you are using the PCC. PCC is a platinum chlorochromate. So what really happens is it will become alcohol to aldehyde. It's a mild oxidation, it's not become acid. Here you have to learn two things. One is selenium dioxide. Selenium dioxide, if you have, then the reaction will undergo allylic oxidation. Allylic position will get OH there. If you have excess, there will be a possibility of sigmatropic rearrangement. Next thing is PCC. PCC is the mild oxidizing agent. It converts OH into CHO. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.